Terraria recently just dropped their newest update, the Bigger and Bolder update, which features multiple new mounts, weapons, enemies, and much more. As someone who's been playing Terraria for a long time, I felt the obligation to share my experience playing through a world in Master Mode. For this series, I also have a couple of goals in mind. The first one is to kill every boss in order. The second one is to explore and find anything new provided by the update, and the third is to try to be better at building. These are pretty simple goals, but I want to take my time enjoying this playthrough and testing myself in areas I usually don't, and I want to revisit every boss to see what's new and what's changed. So, without further ado, welcome to the first part. Enjoy. When I first loaded into the world, I just started cutting down some trees and thinking about what items I should go after, and also what class to choose. Whoa, is that a new cloud slime? Cool. I looked it up, and the general consensus for the most challenging in 1.4.5 is Mage, so I'm going to see if that's true. While I'm playing, I noticed a couple things. That being, the background looks much cleaner, there's a new craft from chest feature, which is pretty nice, and that you can't really make living tree houses anymore. Damn. But we also got our first mage weapon, the Wand of Sparking, so I guess that's a start. Okay, first mage weapon, and it's damage. Let's go. Okay, so after we found our first mage weapon, I went back up to the surface to start building some houses for some NPCs, and then shortly after I went back in and found a pretty good accessory lying in a pyramid. Let's go, a flying carpet. Yes. Oh my god, this makes this game so much easier. The game, in fact, did not get easier because the following night, this happened. And since my only weapon was a Wand of Sparking, I just dug myself in a hole, just spammed my left click ability, and then I thought I was just going to survive till morning, everything would be fine. And then morning came. So... Holy crap. Dude. Okay. Alright, this is fried. Alright, I need to just escape. So, after 30 long minutes, the Goblin army was finally defeated, and shortly after, I was able to craft the first piece of mage equipment, the diamond robe. After that, I went to the ice biome for a little bit, and got some pretty decent loot, like some skates and a blizzard in a bottle. I also collected enough ice to upgrade our Wand of Sparking to a Wand of Frosting, and then I also began to set up our pylon network. Establishing pylons in early and possible in your game makes it so much easier to travel around in the early game. So I set up a mushroom pylon near a nice fishing pond and found a big underground house for the underground pylon. I then fish as I wait for some NPCs to move in, but I don't get anything. I then head to the desert to find the Thunder Sapper, a very handy mage weapon I could get right now, and as I look to gather the materials for an amber staff, a substitute for now. While I explore, I free the Goblin Tinker and purchase the Tinker's Workshop but don't buy the rocket boots because I plan to use another accessory instead. At this point in the game, I'm already at 400 HP and head to the ocean to fish for the thing I'm looking for, but then... So King Slime spawns in, and the fight's basically just a bunch of hovering and shooting, and it's nothing crazy. It's King Slime. I return to the ocean once I defeat King Slime and go fishing for a while, and soon enough, I get the item I'm looking for. Nice. Right now, we're pretty stacked. I'm only missing my helmet and my desired weapon. If you're wondering why I have meteor leggings, Terraria has a very rare chance to get meteorite bars and gold chests located near the underworld. If you're also wondering why I just didn't go for jungle armor, I just thought it'd be pretty overkill. Later on, I go explore the underground desert in search of the weapon I'm looking for, but come across a dig toys. And later on, we feel an evil presence watching us. Now, I would show a lot of this fight, but when the Eye of Cthulhu came, my arena wasn't lit, and I was fighting it pretty much blind, so a lot of the fight just looks like this. Eye of Cthulhu soon fell after a couple minutes, and at this point in the game, 2 bosses are already down, and I still haven't completed my set or have gone my weapon. So, I go explore the desert, find the Thunder Zapper, and defeat Tim to get the Wizard Hat. And now it's time to fight the Brain of Cthulhu. After the brain is defeated, I go on over to the jungle to gather ingredients for jungle armor, and then which midway through our exploration, a meteorite lands. We then craft the full jungle armor set, and then when I was about to go back to go locate the hive to fight the queen bee, the traveling merchant spawns. And if you guys don't know, the traveling merchant has a very rare chance to have a pre-hard mode mage weapon, and fortunately for us, oh my god. The Zapinator is a space gun that the Traveling Merchant sells in pretty hard mode, which we were luckily able to get before the Queen Bee. And this weapon's pretty insane. It can pierce up to 2 enemies, it does a lot of damage, and it has some pretty crazy abilities too. One of them include doing 10 times your weapon damage, but the Zapinator is probably one of the worst weapons to clear the B-nest with. That low. That's crazy. Are you serious? That awakened the other Queen Bee? Oh my god. So, after some careful reconstruction, after building an arena, and doing a little more preparation, we were ready to fight the Queen Bee. Soon enough, Queen Bee was defeated. I opened his treasure bag and it drops a bee gun, an essential weapon for the upcoming bosses. Yes. Not long after, I locate the world's shimmer bomb as well, and I find a new mount added, the Chillet. This mount's actually pretty good. It's able to provide a free dash and is very mobile, and I'm pretty sure it also has a double jump. I built a dungeon arena afterwards for Skeletron, and then challenged him the night after, and it did not go well. I spent the entire night fighting him because of how little damage I did, and I also had a pretty big movement problem, so I drank a gravity potion and checked out some Sky Islands. That allowed us to make some huge upgrades to our setup, including getting actual made accessories like the Mana Flower and Celestial Cups. We also upgraded our Blazer in a Bottle to a Blazer in a Balloon and replaced our Tsunami in a Bottle with some Fledgling Balloons. This is also a good time to mention I've shimmered a Heart Crystal and a Mana Star for the respective buffs. Now, we were ready. Oh, wait, hold on a minute. Okay, now, we're ready. And after a long, drawn-out fight, Skeletron was finally defeated. I entered the dungeon to get a water bolt, free the mechanic, and also get the shadow key. After I respawned, I used all my boss items to gain some money, then build an arena for Duglops. I never really fought this boss before on any of my runs, but he drops a mage weapon I'm interested in using. So I want to see if he'll drop it. this loot drop storeroom, and I didn't get the weapon that I wanted. Well, that's unfortunate. I didn't have enough to make another summon, and that boss took a while, so I just moved on. I took a break from the boss rush and decorated a couple of the pylon locations. As I mentioned before, I at least want to attempt making my world look pretty. I don't make anything big besides the tree, but I spruce up the snow and beach pylons as much as I could. There's not much else to do before the wall of flesh, so I traveled to the underworld to build my bridge for the fight. My plan for the fight is just to use a combination of a bee gun and a water bolt, as they're super effective for hitting multiple targets. Oh yeah, I also did the Old Ones Army event before Wall of Flesh, but nothing is new, at least in the pre-hard mode event. During this time, I also discovered that when a water bolt comes in contact with lava, it drastically raises the projectile speed. After doing my last preparations, here is the last fight of the episode, the Wall of Flesh. Okay, well, I'll take it. That finishes the first part of the series, pre-hard mode. After opening our loot bag, we actually didn't get anything we needed, but that's okay. In the next episode, I'll be sure to convert my emblem, and if you guys made it to the end of this episode, I just wanted to say thank you for watching. If you subscribed before, you know I used to play Roblox and took a try on Terraria and took a long break. So I appreciate everyone that's stuck around and everyone that's new. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next part.